Well, we officially have a teaser for Shrek 5, which is coming out Christmas 2026, 22 months away from now. It seems a bit early to reveal anything for it yet, but whatever, it's here. It's just a cast announcement, basically. Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz are back, obviously, but it's now confirmed that Zendaya is voicing one of Shrek and Fiona's kids, all grown up. No indication as to what the story is supposed to be, no details about other characters or anything. It's less than 30 seconds, only 14 seconds of it actually showing the characters. Like, no shit, they aren't gonna go into that kind of detail. I wouldn't be surprised if the footage shown in the teaser isn't even in the final cut of the film. It's probably something they just whipped together to get a head start on the hype and show off the, I guess you could call them revamped designs for the characters. It's not the same art style as the first four movies, which really threw me off, and has become very divisive on the internet. I do like how expressive the new animation models are compared to the old ones, though everyone looks cleaner and softer and just different in a way that I don't know if I like. Not yet, at least. I see some people saying it's that the characters have aged over time, but really the only one who's aged is the daughter voiced by Zendaya. Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey look roughly the same age they always have been. I don't get the impression that anyone else has actually gotten older. You can kinda see it with Shrek, but it's not enough to say that's why it looks off. I think mostly the problem is going to be getting used to the updated looks, because the originals have been so deeply ingrained into our culture, it's obviously going to be hard accepting even a subtle change. Like, they're still recognizable as themselves. It's not like the difference between 1980s Transformers and the 2007 Michael Bay movie. I mean, Transformers has never had the same aesthetic, it's always changing, and it's not like classic Godzilla versus the 1998 American film, where it's such a huge departure from the norm and had almost none of the design cues anymore. Shrek has always just looked like this, without deviation, for nearly 25 years, and now the fifth movie, coming out more than 15 years after the fourth one, has these brand new models and clearly a way different design philosophy behind them. I understand people not liking it right away. As for myself, I'm not too impressed yet. I want to see how the actual final product looks. Who knows, they could tweak some things before it comes out. I mean, they have nearly 2 years. It's not going to be like Paramount redoing Sonic in like 4 months or something, and I hope DreamWorks isn't pressured into a situation like that. More than anything, I'm surprised it doesn't have the same art style as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Like, was I naive in believing they would follow that path? I was hoping it would. This whole time I was thinking Shrek 5 would have the same aesthetic, the same frame rate thing going on, and plus the subtle redesign for Puss worked so well in that movie. With that aesthetic, I was excited to see Shrek and Donkey rendered in that same way. The Last Wish was so loved by everyone that I just thought they would continue with that look. And evidently not. We're back to a more, typical 3D animated movie look. So I guess I'm disappointed rather than upset like a lot of people are. I also see people complaining about the jokes in the teaser too, which, yeah, it's a bit dumb, and not in a way that I think really fits the vibe of Shrek. It's self-aware of his meme status, and I don't know how I feel about that. Though Shrek has always had meta humor, so this kind of was to be expected. But again, I want to wait to see just how they do it in the actual movie. I have also seen people begging to know what happened to Shrek's other kids, as they aren't shown in this teaser. The answer is either that their voice actors haven't been cast yet, or they're not as high profile as Zendaya, so the marketing department doesn't care to announce them this far ahead. So yeah, it's way, way too early to judge anything to a meaningful extent. Though I am a little put off by what we've seen of the character designs, I'm sure DreamWorks and the production team behind the film are being very careful with how they approach this. Shrek is DreamWorks' flagship IP, so I want to believe they're doing something legit good after all these years. But I guess we'll have to just wait and see in 22 months. Why have a teaser now? Jesus. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I have to say on the Shrek 5 teaser, and that's about all I have to say for this video. So, yeah.